Okay, so Adam, we have predictions today.
Yes, we do.
Let's just make it less humiliating for you. Just give me the wins.
I
I mean,
Statistically, that's
trust me.
going to happen.
No. Let's just be less humiliating for me to come out next week and just say those 3 words. The champ is here.
Maybe I can win. But Tim, I've got one question for you though. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to As the Buckle Turns. I'm Adam.
I'm the champ, Tim.
Of course you are. And this week we have predictions for Fastlane and Ring of Honor's 17th anniversary show.
So, basically, if you could walk out the champion of predictions, if you win this tomorrow night, but then you immediately have to defend that championship if you win against me at the Ring of Honor anniversary show next week.
Yes, I know.
Or more likely, what's going to happen is I'll successfully defend and then successfully defend next week as well.
Yeah, we figured out that I would have to get, what was it, something like 8 pay-per-views, all correct, going forward, just to have the overall pay-per-view win-loss tied up. And we don't have that many pay-per-views.
All of a sudden, you're just going to find these random ass pay-per-views like, oh, we're doing these predictions. Like, I've never even heard of that. Well, we're doing it.
Yep. We're going to start doing stuff for AAA. We're going to do stuff for Defiant Wrestling. I think there's a CZW show coming up that I think we could predict too.
So, while you don't have a chance to beat me in the number of pay-per-views I've won,
yep.
Overall, you do have a chance to catch up and maybe even surpass me in number of matches won. Because right now I lead you by 14. I have 14 wins. How many wins do you have?
You actually have 12 wins, and I have 3.
3.
Yeah. 3.
I'm talking about like actual win, like match wins.
Oh, match wins. You have 109. I have 95.
Yeah, you're not catching up to that.
Nope. No, I'm not. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and jump right into these predictions. We're going to start off with Ring of Honor because why not? Let's start there.
We'll start with the show that's a week away instead of the one that's tomorrow.
Right, exactly. That's how things work, right?
Exactly.
But right now we're doing the pay-per-views for the 17th anniversary show happening on March 15th. We're not covering the 16th TV tapings, though.
So interesting fact right here. Wait, hold on. It's an interesting fact. Yeah. Are you basing off it all Wikipedia's?
Yes.
So the first match on there that they have is the Briscoes defending the titles against Marty Squirrel's Villain Enterprise.
Yes.
Brody King and PCO.
PCO.
During the TV tapings, the Kingdom is defending their 6-man tag titles against Villain Enterprises. So they technically could walk out the tag team champions and 6-man tag champions within 2 days.
Yeah, they could.
So, but all right. So go ahead.
All right, so yes, we're starting off with the Briscoes, Jay and Mark Briscoe versus Villain Enterprises, Brody King and PCO. It's for the tag team. It's a tag team match for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship, and the winners advance to the G1 Supercard to face the IWGP Tag Team Champions, the Gorillas of Destiny, in a winner-take-all match.
Yep.
So, yeah, G1 Supercard looks like it's going to be a good card.
Yeah.
Who do you think? Who do you have, Tim?
I'm gonna go with the Briscoes because I think it's a little too soon because the Villain Enterprise is just formed.
Right.
So I feel like it's a little too soon for them to take the belts. I wouldn't be surprised for a title change here, but I think the Briscoes in the Guerrillas of Destiny is a bigger match.
Yes, it is. That's
I'm gonna go
my
with
reason
that.
for the Briscoes.
Yeah. Not to give anything. I mean, I don't know Brody King or PCO, but like, the Briscoes are a bigger match, and they need big matches for the Supercard.
Right. Let me bring up Brody King's Wikipedia page, and just so I don't have a picture here. So I do not recognize who he is. Thank you, Wikipedia, for not giving us a picture. But yeah, we're both agreeing that the Briscoes are walking out of here, still tag team champions.
Yep. Like I said, I won't be surprised if there's a title change, but I think they're going to go with the Briscoes.
Good money is on the Briscoes retaining here.
Yeah. Because if they want to put belts on the Villain Enterprises, they can do it the next night.
Right.
And give them the 6-man tag. Which is a good step.
And actually, I kind of like that. I like the idea of Marty having the 6-man tag belt on him.
Yeah. Also, my booking for the Supercard would be him using his title shot that he has at Supercard.
Yes.
And then taking it, but that's just me. We'll see. Okay, go on. This is the next match.
All right. Next up, I have Jay Lethal versus Matt Taven for the Ring of Honor World Championship.
So this
is Jay Lethal retaining?
Here's an interesting backstory on this title match. Is Matt Taven's actually been for a little while has his own replica of the Ring of Honor Championship, and has been playing himself up as the world champion. So I'm assuming he's still doing this. Obviously, you do something like that to build to a match. But in wrestling, when someone's copying a belt that they don't actually own, aren't the actual champion, you don't win it.
No, you typically don't.
So I'm going with Jay Lethal here.
Okay. Yeah, I also have to agree that Jay Lethal is retaining just because I do want to see him and Marty Scurll at G1 Supercard.
Yes.
Because a match between them, I think, will be brilliant.
Yep. And I think it would be a great way to use that title shot in such a big way, and you can put over Marty on their biggest show.
Right. I mean, and
in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
And it sets up well.
It's a big night on a big weekend. No matter what, it has to be a big match.
Yeah. And that's a bigger match, right. I think.
All right. Next up, we have in a singles match, Bandito versus Rush.
I'm going with Bandito because he's new, and I have no clue who Rush is, so...
I'm going to go ahead and check out Rush for a second.
Yeah, I just did too, but I'm still going with Bandito.
I'm going with Rush on this one, then.
You just want to try to get a win here.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Look, I'm a little desperate at this point, and I might start taking weird people.
Yeah, I have a feeling about that.
All right, so you're taking Bandito, I'm taking Rush for no apparent reason, other than to be different.
Yes.
Next up,
trying to collect
next up is a singles match of Kenny King versus Marty Scurll. Look, I'm just going to put it out there. Marty's going to win, okay?
Yes. So am I. Because I'm pissed off at Kenny King stealing my finisher. That's right, Kenny King. That was mine. I've been using that for nearly a decade. against my pillow. So that's my finisher.
Against all of your imaginary opponents.
This happened to look like a pillow.
All right. Next up is the singles match for the Women of Honor World Championship. We've got Mayu Iwatani versus Kelly Klein.
This is a tough one because they just made the title. They just changed the title to Mawa. How do I don't know? I'm
Mayu.
the champ.
Yes.
Mayu. Yeah, we'll go with Mayu there.
I like
Mayu. But they could put it back on Kelly. I don't know why they took it off of Kelly, to be honest. But I'm gonna stick with the champ.
All right.
The belt is still too new, I think, to do a second title reign. For someone. But you never know. I honestly just don't know why they took the belt off her. So they could put it back on her because they just wanted to be a surprise loss. Who knows?
All right. I'm actually going to be taking the champion retaining on this one.
As well.
The reason is I did quickly check out Mayu's Wikipedia page and saw that she is a very accomplished Japanese wrestler. Very accomplished.
Oh yeah, I knew that when I saw that she won the belt. I checked her out. I was like, where did this come from? And I went and looked at it. I'm like, okay, she's there. So my assumption on this was when they put the belt on her, when they brought her over, they wanted to make an impact with her to show that she is a star.
Right.
Like she's big. Kind of like what they did with Asuka.
Yeah.
She didn't win the belt right away, but she went on started a big win streak, which was a typical thing to do in NXT at that time when you bring a new star in. But Asuka went on to do so much more. Like they took. I think this was a similar thing that they wanted to say, no, she's a big star. We're going to prove this by putting the belt right on her.
Right.
And so, let's see, she's only 26 too. So, they have several years they could get out of her. So, I definitely agree. That's the only rationale I could think of why they put the belt on her. So I'm assuming that it would make more sense to keep the belt on her.
Right.
So.
All right. Next up is Jeff Cobb versus Shane Taylor for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. I'm saying that Jeff is going to retain on this one.
So am I, simply because there's no link to Shane Taylor.
I like how we have. It's like, dude, you don't have a Wikipedia page yet, so I'm sorry.
Yep, you're not. You don't have a chance to win.
You're that much of a nothing right now that you don't have a chance. You don't have a chance. I'm sorry. All right, but Shane, hopefully by the next card that you're on, you have a Wikipedia page, so that way we can at least give you a 10% chance at winning.
Okay, so here's an interesting note, just for context. Jeff Cobb has been champion since September 29th. He's on a 158-plus days title reign.
Okay.
He's defended it 4 times. That's the exact number of times Punishment Martina defended it before he dropped the belt. The time before that was Silas Young, who defended it 7 times. I'm definitely sticking with Jeff Cobb.
Yeah. I'm gonna stick with Jeff.
This match is set up to help elevate Shane Taylor, but not put the belt on him.
Right. And it keeps Jeff Cobb as champion for longer, going for having more defenses as well.
There's been rumors going around that Jeff Cobb is the future of Ring of Honor, and what better way to make him show that by having him have a dominant reign? And I would go even so far as to saying is, if you can have him be more dominant as television champion than Jay Lethal was, will really puts him over. And to give you context, Jay Lethal's second reign was 567 days. He defended 35 times.
Wow.
The most. Here, to give you even more context, the most reigns below Jay Lethal's number of defenses is 11, and that was Matt Taven. And Marty Scurll at 11.
Wow.
So, it just kind of goes to show you. So, what better way to show Jeff Cobb is your future than to break this record?
Yes.
If not in number of days, at least in number of defenses, would be good.
Right.
But he still has a lot of defenses to go to do that. But still, that's what I would go if you want to push that.
All right. Well, next up, we have a tag team match. It's Lifeblood, Mark Haskins and Tracy Williams versus The Kingdom, TK O'Ryan and Vinny Marseglia. Tim?
I'm gonna go with The Kingdom since I think they're dropping the tag belts at the 6-man tag belts the next night. I'm gonna give them the win.
Okay. Now,
Also, since I have no clue who these other two are.
also for me, because they are currently the 6-man tag belt holders, I am putting them over the Lifeblood because it just seems like it's like, okay, well, you got to at least make them look good on one night. That way, if they do lose the next night, you even it out for them at the very least.
Yep. Oh, okay. Wait. Interesting. I now realize what faction they're a part of. They're a part of Juice Robinson's faction.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
yeah.
there's a possibility they could win. They could actually possibly win here.
Eh.
I'm still going with the Kingdom.
You know what? Just because I need some, correct picks over you, I'm going to take Lifeblood on this one.
That's not bad. I'm sticking with the Kingdom because I still think that they're going to drop the belts the next night to Villain Enterprises. They need to have a win here.
All right. Well,
So that's just me.
this brings us to our last match on this card. Jonathan Gresham versus Silas Young.
Who is Jonathan Gresham? Oh, he doesn't have a picture. I'm going with Silas Young.
Okay.
That's the other reason why I'm not going with the Lifeblood, because Tracy Williams of Lifeblood does not have a picture on his Wikipedia page. So,
All right. Okay.
And both members of the Kingdom in the match do have a picture, so therefore I'm going with that.
Oh, all right.
What's sad? You know what's sad? People say, well, that doesn't mean that because they don't have a Wikipedia page or a photo doesn't mean they can't win. And but this is how we've booked. Basically, we've booked these matches in the past, and we were right.
Yeah, we've worked. It's worked for us before.
Yeah, multiple times. So I'm gonna stick with this method until I'm proven wrong.
I am going. So you're sticking with Silas.
Yes.
All right. I am taking Jonathan.
Okay.
And here's.
I do think Grissom has a chance of winning it, because I have heard of his name. I have no clue what he looks like. I'm pretty sure I've seen him before. A photo.
For me, the reason.
But I think Silas Young. Has a bigger name. And I'm just gonna go with him.
Okay. For me.
Okay, so
the pure reason.
I want a bonus match.
Bonus match.
Here. We're going to pick, we are going to pick the winner of the 6-man tag match championship on the TV taping. That's the only match we're picking from that card.
Yeah, but we're both agreeing on it, so it doesn't change our numbers.
It's just one more for me, though. That's all I care about.
It doesn't, but it doesn't. It won't. It's a dead even.
So I don't care. It doesn't count towards a card win. It just counts as an extra win.
Oh, all right.
That'd be foolish to put a whole one match to determine a card win.
All right.
Well, yeah, we both agree that Villain Enterprises will win the 6-man tag championship.
Oh yes, definitely.
Oh, by the way, it's 76 degrees here.
I hate you right now. I'm dealing with 40-degree weather, and I'm happy about it too.
But just so you know, I have to be inside until 9 o'clock tonight because of the casting. The casting call, I have to go and work.
Well, have fun with that. You ready to move on to our next card?
Yes, I am. You mean wow, I cannot say that word.
The more predictable card?
Yes.
All right. So yes, we're moving on to WWE Fastlane. That's happening.
It's WWE Fastlane, baby.
Oh yes. All right, whatever. Fastlane, baby.
I have to steal Wrestle Talk's joke. You know what the funny thing is?
Yeah.
They point out that even Big E knows it's called Fastlane, baby, because he said the same thing in a tweet. He says, "We're going to be having a match at WWE Fastlane, baby." And it's like, see, even he knows.
Yeah, he knows. He knows perfectly.
He knows it.
All right. So we're gonna start off with the two pre-show matches that don't count. So no matter what happens, it doesn't matter, right? That's the WWE mindset, right?
Why do we have to have two pre-shows? Why can't we have one and actually give that match actual time?
I don't know. All right, so our first pre-show match is Rey Mysterio versus Andrade for the 19 billionth time.
It's Andrade.
Andrade.
It's Andrade Cien Almas. I don't care what they're saying. It's Andrade Cien Almas.
They've just been trading wins, haven't they?
I actually think Andrade has more wins.
Oh, okay.
Ray, I think, has gotten a win or two, but I think Andrade has more wins or pins over Ray.
All right. Well, technically on a big stage. Are we? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to be honest. It's Andrade. He's winning here.
Well, the last time I heard, the rumor was to have these two guys feud and then end up as a tag team together as a babyface tag team.
That still can work because you can clearly tell that the way that they work with each other, they're not obviously like through storytelling trying to eliminate the other person. They're trying to pull the best out of the other person.
Yeah. So I would love to see this. I'd also love to see them if they do become a tag team to see Selena Vega stay with them and be a babyface, and then actually push her in the
women's division.
Yeah, I mean, keep doing the stuff she does, the things she does, but actually show that she can wrestle because she can go.
She can. So are you choosing Andrade?
Yes.
Oh, I'm choosing Ray on this one.
You just said you were picking Andrade.
Yep. I'm choosing Ray on this one.
I don't know what you're talking about. I said Rey Mysterio.
I have always been saying Rey Mysterio is going to win here. No matter what, I don't care what I may have previously said. It does not count.
Excuse me, editor. Can you post in that spot where he said Andrade? Thank you.
Nope. Not going to happen.
Oh, fuck. That's you.
All right. Next up is the other pre-show match. It's the New Day versus Nakamura and Rusev.
No one cares. That's my way of saying New Day.
Yeah, I'm going to say New Day here too, only because Nakamura and Rusev they're not a tag team. Like no matter what, you're not convincing me that the two of them just went, "Hey, let's become a tag team." I don't see it.
And this is just to give them something to do.
It allows them to be put on the card without having to sacrifice a spot for somebody else.
Yep.
No, I'm not saying that there's no possibility of them, really forming a team. I said back when Big Show and Chris Jericho were put together, the Jericho Show. I was like, this is crap. I was like, they were just put together. They were just slapped together, and then by the end of their run, I fully accepted that they were two people working together as a tag team.
The better example of that would be Cesaro and Sheamus.
Yes, they're another example of a tag team. Like, I mean, yes, there have been times in the past where you've put together two people. I mean, Hogan and Macho Man, the superpowers.
Yep. That whole thing was built around Hogan eventually beating Macho Man for the title.
Right.
And everyone knew it.
But it was still, they worked well in the ring together.
Yeah.
They sold the story that they were an actual tag team. Austin and Triple H for a short period.
the power trip.
The power trip.
Two-man power trip.
That also, like, that was another moment where it's like, these two guys shouldn't be working together as a tag team, but they got a common goal, and it works until Triple H got injured.
And the fact that they held all the gold at that time worked really well.
But yeah, I'm also taking the New Day in this situation because it just comes across that, this is another win for New Day. Hopefully they can build up the teamwork between Nakamura and Rusev to be able to show that they can be a threat for the tag titles.
Yep.
And then hopefully later on you can build them both back up to actually be threats for the main event.
Well, this kind of goes to show you how far Nakamura has fallen in the past year.
When his contract comes up, I really do hope that he doesn't re-sign because he works better on a much higher scale. Like, he works better in the main event.
Well, he does, but like Vince doesn't see it. Vince doesn't care.
Well, because Vince doesn't seem to understand that hardstyle is a style that he's had in his company before. It just looked a little different. It's when he had a bunch of brawlers in the main event.
Well, not even that. It's just that he doesn't know how to use a Japanese star. He just like, how am I supposed to use this guy?
Yeah.
He's better. He's got to be a heel.
It's like, no, he doesn't have to be a heel. But at the same time, Nakamura is a good heel.
Yeah.
It's like,
he was a great face.
He doesn't have to be a foreign heel that hates all Americans.
No.
He can just be the guy that's like, no, I'm here to beat up my opponents. That's all I'm here for.
I'm here to not just beat up my opponents. I'm here to embarrass my opponents.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what he works better as. Is I'm here to embarrass you. Oh, and when you do actually turn things around on me, I'm going to hit you hard. I'm just going to hit you hard.
Yeah. But no, they won't. But Vince doesn't understand that, and Vince is like, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to the card official. I'm going to start off with the Usos versus Team S&M for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. So who do you have, Tim?
I have no clue. You go first.
I haven't been really following this setup all that well. But,
it all depends on what they're doing for the Fastlane. I mean, for WrestleMania. If they're going to have Shane and Miz face each other, are the Usos staying or leaving? You know what? I'm just gonna go with the Usos.
I'm going with the Usos as well because it makes, from a selling point of view, having Usos versus New Day at WrestleMania makes more sense. They've tried and true,
billionth time.
Yeah, yes, but tried and true. They put on a great match.
Oh, I know.
And also with the possibility of Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, it would be really nice for New Day to show up on Tuesday after WrestleMania with all the gold.
they'd be missing the United States Championship.
Except,
So it would
I
be
have
all the
no
gold.
idea. What championship is that? It's been so degraded lately that no one cares.
But Samoa Joe just won it.
Oh, okay, so highlight finally. It's like they didn't book Nakamura well with it at all. Then R-Truth
No.
just has it.
Well, that was a reward for letting Nia destroy him at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. I don't feel that like you're devaluing your belts to make them rewards for doing something.
But the rumor going around is that there's people in the company who do have a desire now to re-elevate the United States Championship back to equal of the Intercontinental because it's been lost its value.
I'm gonna be really honest. When John Cena was the U.S. champion, both of his runs, both of his big runs, the one early in his career and the one just a couple years ago, both times he elevated that belt. I don't know what it is about John Cena in the U.S. belt. That becomes just like a great storyline. I think it's also because he is kind of the Hulk Hogan of today.
Well, no, not just that. The reason why it worked the second time was because it was a multi-time WWE champion purposely coming back to go run the gauntlet of the United States Championship and elevate it. He wanted to be the United States champion. He respects that belt. And so that's what raised it up because you had a former champion coming back to go for it and won it and held it proudly. Also, the open challenge thing that he did helped elevate it.
I kind of feel that both the U.S. and the Intercontinental title should be workhorse style.
Yeah.
Like, you see them defended more often. Yes, it causes people to for turnover on champions, but at the same time, you stop and you go, well, yeah, because that's defended like every other week on SmackDown and at the pay-per-views.
So that's one reason I think they elevated it. Also, the rumor going around is that they are building to a Joe Cena feud at WrestleMania.
Awesome. For the U.S. belt.
Because there's a rumor that they were going to have R-Truth and Cena at WrestleMania for the belt.
R-Truth, at this point in his career, it will be at best a comedy act. Like, earlier on, I'm talking like over a decade ago when he really first showed up, people would have taken him seriously as a contender for championships around that time. But they wrote him so badly for so long as a comedy act that, I mean, it's the same trap that Goldust fell into. You know, at this point, if Goldust showed up and suddenly challenged for the Universal title, everyone would just stop and go, wait, what? I mean, congratulations, Dustin, but what?
Yeah, I know. So yeah, but we'll see. Okay, so we agree the Usos.
Yes. Next up, I have Bayley and Sasha versus Nia and Tamina.
So the Boston Hug Connection versus the Botch Fest.
Yes. They're retaining. The Boston Hug Connection.
You're going with the Botch Fest, aren't you? You're going with the Botch Fest.
Personally, I don't think they deserve to even be in this match.
They don't. Yeah, I'm going with the Boston Hug Connection. For multiple reasons. A, it's too early to put the belts on someone else because you literally just crowned the new champions less than a month ago. Yes. Also, Nia Jax in an interview, whether it was kayfabe or not, seemed unapologetic for breaking Becky's face.
See, I think that's more of a work interview.
So do I, but at the same time,
because
I'm sorry that
you
shouldn't. I'm sorry. You injured someone on accident. That should not be part of a work interview.
Yeah,
in-ring promos, fine. I understand like a televised promo on the WWE show. I'm fine with. But when you're going to outside media and you're saying this, that's no. Nuh-uh.
It's something WWE has done in the past, and they will continue to do in the future.
Rarely, if they do a kayfabe thing, it's usually they let the people, be them. They're being more themselves. They're more being a representative, not in character. They can throw a few little things in there, but this is a big thing. You injured someone, um, and we know how serious concussions are these days. That could have almost ended her career.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. Whether it was WWE or it was Nia, I'm sorry you don't do that in an interview like that. And also, she's a botch fest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no.
All right. Next up, I have the triple threat tag team match for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship. It's the Revival, Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson, versus Aleister Black and Ricochet, versus Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. Yeah.
I have a feeling the Revival is going to retain here. That's why Chad Gable and Bobby Roode are in the match, to take the pinfall. This way Aleister Black and Ricochet don't get the pin loss.
Right.
Also, the Revival have been basically losing since every match since they took the belts.
Yeah.
So this is the time that they can retain the belts without hurting the new contenders. I have no doubt in my mind I wouldn't be surprised if we actually saw them, Ricochet and Aleister Black, win the belts. But I think that they're going to set them up to win the belts against the Usos.
I would rather see in this match Gable and Roode win. And it's purely like Black and Ricochet are obviously all set to win this match. But it's miscommunication between the two of them that causes an opening for Gable or Roode to slide in and steal the win.
Well, that's what I think the Revival is going to happen. It's going to happen to the Revival. The Revival is going to slip in and take the win.
It could be either one of those teams could slide in and just get the win, and I am perfectly fine with that. I actually don't want to see Aleister Black and Ricochet become an actual tag team.
No, neither do I, but they have no plan. Basically, they're taking the role that the DIY was supposed to take. But with Tommaso Ciampa's injury,
Yeah.
they just basically say, we'll just swap these two guys in here because we have got nothing for them. But yet we called them up because the product is stale.
Look, if the product's stale and you're calling people up, you need to have something for them to do.
Yeah, that's how you have to give them something to actually build towards, so you actually solve the problem. It's stale, not just, we have more guys that we don't have anything for, and we're just going to throw them in matches.
That's part of the reason people complain that your product is stale, is that you're just throwing people in matches. You have no rhyme or reason for stuff anymore.
What happens when after WrestleMania Vince wakes up and goes like, the product's still stale, we're going to call up more people?
All you're doing then is just overloading your staff and having people just sit at home.
Yep. So, all right, next matchup.
All right, I have for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship, it's Asuka versus Mandy Rose.
This is the match where I can absolutely see Vince going, because WrestleTalk said this too in their predictions. There's going to be no real big surprises on this matchup. Mm-hmm. So this is the one where I can see Vince going like, there's no surprises here. We need a big surprise. Mandy Rose is winning the title.
I mean, yeah, that's totally possible.
So, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going with Mandy Rose. Because at this point, Asuka's been screwed over in her title since she won the title and not really used. I'm going with Mandy Rose.
Okay. I am going to take Asuka because it's Asuka, and
I hope
Asuka
Asuka wins.
And no one is ready for Asuka.
I love Mandy Rose. I love Mandy Rose, and she's definitely a future women's champion. It's too early to put her in the title picture. I would kind of rather hope if hopefully Asuka will win, and we'll get Fire and Desire in the rumored Fatal 4-Way for the women's tag titles at WrestleMania. And they win the belts there, because that would be a better use of them. it's a shorter reign for Sasha and Bailey, but I think it would be better for them to be chasing the belts again than and really build up into their second run is longer.
All right.
But who knows?
Yeah. All right, next up is a 6-man tag match. It's The Shield versus Corbin, Drew, and Lashley.
So in other words, The Shield versus Baron Corbin's mid-card of evil, as Versatile Talk likes to call them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Poor Drew McIntyre.
The funniest part is that group of guys, Corbin, Lashley, and Drew, could all be main eventers.
I think you misspoke on that.
No, I mean...
Two of the guys in there could be main eventers. Baron Corbin, no.
I really think if Baron Corbin was given the chance, he could be a great heel.
Nope.
I mean, Drew McIntyre, when I say in the main event picture, I'm talking like the lowest end.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah, I really do.
Nope.
But we all know that the Shield is winning here.
Yep.
Like, there's no doubt about that.
Yep. This is to give Roman a win with coming back.
You know he's getting a
also to
pop
give
when he comes out.
This is to give Dean Ambrose a win to hope maybe get him to stay with the company. It's also to give Seth a win going into WrestleMania looking strong.
Yep.
So when Vince pulls a double twist and Brock retains again.
I do not want to think about that.
That way Brock can drop the belt to Roman on Raw the next night.
Oh my God, that would be horrible.
Only to have the fans turn on Reigns again.
I would rather, for Roman at this point, be the guy who can't get the Universal title.
So a repeat of his last several years of his storyline.
Right. And have it be that Seth is the one who's just like, yeah, dude, I'm the one who beat Brock. You couldn't finish him.
But he did at SummerSlam.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, because then he held the belt and then he had to drop it.
Yeah.
Damn it. Well, no matter what.
Roman will actually have more bragging rights because he actually say, I beat him faster than you did, Seth.
Okay, I'll give you that. And Seth is like, yeah, but I made him tap out.
He won't.
That would
Seth
be
doesn't
awesome.
Have a submission.
Seth
doesn't have a submission.
Seth
hold.
makes Brock tap out.
That won't happen.
I don't know.
So, but yeah, we already know the Shield's winning here.
Yes. All right, next up is the WWE Championship. Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens. See, this one actually could be another spot where you could be like, everything's too predictable. Let's change it up.
No, it's not.
No.
Because the rumored matchup going into WrestleMania is a triple threat match between Kofi, Daniel Bryan, and Kevin Owens. Yeah. But you're right. They could switch things up, but not by a title change.
Okay, how?
Having a returning Sami Zayn return and cost Owens the match.
No. See, I'd rather see Owens get the win here. Kofi immediately challenge him because he stole his spot. And Bryan go, no, but I've got his argument is that he has a rematch for the title.
And then Triple H can come out and immediately remind him that the rematch clauses are gone.
Well, somehow they'll be like, well, because he'll be like, no, because I won the championship before you removed that, and part of my deal as being champion is that I have a rematch. Whatever on that part of it. And then they just make it a triple threat.
Kevin Owens is not winning the belt. Right. He's not. Daniel Bryan is retaining. I'm expecting some kind of Fugans in here to set up a triple threat match. But we already have a potential triple threat match for the main event of WrestleMania anyway. Why would we need another one?
Because reasons.
It's Vince.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and our last match, what I would prefer to see as the main event match of this card, it's Charlotte Flair versus Becky, and if Becky wins, she gets to be added back into the match that she won the Royal Rumble to be part of anyway.
So you're gonna be surprised by my pick here. I'm going with Charlotte.
Okay.
Because I read a news article, and this is what I was talking about, that they have confirmation from backstage that the road to WrestleMania between these three has more twists and turns planned.
Okay.
So what better way to have the twists and turns than to what everyone's expecting Becky to win, to have her lose and have to have more shenanigans happen to set up this match.
Because if Charlotte wins, I can see two things happening, and they're kind of cool things. Too bad other things would overshadow it, but I would book it as Charlotte wins. So Charlotte is in the Raw Women's title match.
Well, she already is, regardless if she wins or loses this match.
I know. But because Becky's not part of it at all, Ronda gives up the belt.
Okay, we already had this situation.
She demands that
and then
Becky
she turned
is put
heel.
In.
No. That's not going to happen. She just turned heel when she took the belt back.
I know.
It's not. She's not doing that.
It would be better, though.
Oh, trust me, I know. Here's what I'm hoping that will happen. Charlotte wins, then Becky will somehow get added to the match, but then she'll be like, you know what? Before WrestleMania, we'll get some kind of shenanigans where Becky will actually get Charlotte kicked out of the match, and we'll get a one-on-one match. That's not going to happen. We're getting a triple threat for the women's women's Raw title match. It sucks because WWE swears that they have to shove Charlotte in there. Though another piece of news is that because of WWE's injury prone going around, for big matches like this, they're having backup plans, and the whole Charlotte being added to the feud was a backup plan just in case someone in the feud got injured.
Okay.
So here's the thing. If no one gets injured, you can still then remove her and just have the one-on-one match that we all want. We don't want Charlotte in this match.
No, we don't.
I get it. She's a big name, but you had Charlotte. Charlotte's been in every main event for WrestleMania since she got called to the main roster. She can miss a WrestleMania.
I know.
So that's what I'm hoping will eventually happen, but I have a feeling Charlotte's going to win tomorrow night. And we'll get this stupid, convoluted... We're going to convolute this storyline even more. As Wrestle Talk has had a perfect thing on their predictions. Ollie Davis talks about in the 5 weeks since Becky Lynch has won the Royal Rumble, the stupidity that they've had in this one angle that didn't need that. They're going to even convolute even more.
Oh, of course. Because why make things a straight-up match? You know, you need to have as much drama in there as possible.
So, but, yeah, Charlotte's going to win, and we'll get the triple threat match eventually at WrestleMania, but, yeah, it's dumb.
Know.
Vince has got to have his way. He's got to get at least someone he thinks is an actual talent in the ring.
Yeah. But I am actually sticking by Becky. Because I want it to be as complicated as possible. Like, Becky's going to be back into the match, but somehow Vince is going to take her, or Stephanie is going to take her out of the match.
If they pull that again, that'd be dumb. It's better for her to lose and then have to come up with a reason for her to just
You could
start
still
beating
suspend her.
everyone up. Just beat up everyone until
Yeah.
you get what she wants. Remember, they're literally following a Stone Cold storyline here.
I know.
Um,
I know.
It would be better for her to just beat up everyone until
comes out
she
with
gets
a
what she
chair.
wants.
After driving her truck up to the arena.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are our predictions for Fastlane and Ring of Honor's anniversary show. Let us know down in the comment section what you think of our predictions. Give us your own predictions down there. But on your way down below, be sure you click that thumbs up. You made it. I don't even know how long we've been recording for because I've been on the Wikipedia page.
It's about 50
For
minutes.
50 minutes. So you know clearly are liking what we're talking about. I mean, my voice is the voice of an angel, and you got Adam's.
Right.
It's like his face. His voice sounds like his face.
Okay.
So just give us a thumbs up, at least for my voice. I know that's the whole reason why you're listening to this podcast. And on your way there, be sure to hit subscribe,
Ding.
ring the bell,
Ding, ding.
and join the. Yeah, I'm not liking this tagline anymore. Join the fun. No, I'm
Okay.
not liking it anymore. You have to come up with something else.
Well, eventually it'll happen. In the meantime, you guys
Co-produce-
can go right ahead and join in on the fun.
Executive producer, come up with a better tagline. And then go comment down on this episode and our predictions. Other than that, Adam, I'm glad I don't have to look at your face anymore.
Same here.
My face is... You love looking at my face. Don't lie.
No, I mostly stare at my own face up in the corner. It's beautiful. I have a high,
Nah.
beautiful forehead. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking out the episode this week. Have a great week, everybody.